Hi guys, Gareth here, aka Rookie, and welcome to my new format that I'm doing on the weekends. I'm going to do one-shots of some games, and if you like them, I may do more videos. This is a game I've played loads of, and loads of people played on YouTube, but I thought since the game I've played, I'll play it, and welcome to Game Dev Tycoon. It is a business simulation. You have been transported back in time to start a very own game company, company right to the beginning of the PC revolution. In the next 35 years, you can build a dream company, create best-selling games, gain fans, and become the leader of the market. Okay, before you start an eventually game, you need to give your upcoming company a name. So the first interaction, guys, company name. We shall call ourselves. What company should we call it? Big. No, let's call Cash Cow Games. Player's name. Rook. No. Let's have a more fancy name. Sell Out. And my appearance. We'll go with the blonde hair with the glasses, and with there we go. We're gonna go with the waistcoat with the cardigan top. Since you have played the game before, you can choose to use all the previous gained hints and new game in this new game. Would you like to import previous gained hints? No. For this playthrough, we're going to click on no, so we don't know anything special. Tutorial. If you ever want to review the tutorial messages, I've turned them all back on, by the way, guys, so you guys can see them. But then you can always hit the help menu. To access the help menu for the features load screen, just simply hit the escape button. Okay. Congratulations, you've just started your very own development company. At the moment, your office is in your garage, and you're the only employee. But don't worry, many successful businesses have started out this way. Let's develop your first game. Close this message and click anywhere on the screen for the action screen. Boom. Develop a new game. For developing a game, you can have to decide what kind of game you want to create and give your game a name. You can also select which graphic technology you should use in the game. Okay. Your opinions are initially limited, but once you have a bit of experience, you want to unlock new options. Okay. So let's pick a topic. What topics do we have? We have werewolf, evolution, city, and detective. Now, if I have casual detective, but I know you don't have casual, so we're going to pick evolution, and we're going to pick strategy, and we're going to pick a platform. We'll always go PC. No point using the G64, which is obviously the Commodore 64, because look at the development cost. Look at the development cost, and there's a large amount of share for that cost difference. You're better off with a PC, and we'll give the name of Darwin. If we could actually spell Darwin Wars. There you go. Next. Yeah, 2D graphics. Why would you go test space? Unless I was doing an adventure, that's the only time I would probably do a text-based. So away we go. Ooh, the little bubbles go up. Design technology. Game development runs in 3 stages. At the beginning of each stage, you can decide what areas of game you want to focus on. Picking the right focus of your game greatly increases the point of your generation. Okay. Think about what areas is important to the game and describe the focus areas less important. If you want to read the brief description of the different areas, please refer to the help menu. Oh, I never even thought about looking at the help menu before I was playing it. Never mind. Right, okay. So we're playing a strategy game, so the gameplay is probably important. Stories and quests probably not very important at all, and engine's probably really important. So we'll go with, see that? Yeah, we'll go with that. Okay. Watch the little bubbles go up. So technology, a bit of research is given, a bit of design. Game development has now started. When developing a game, you would generate game points, which can you see in the bubbles. Game points are divided into different points, technology points. The more points you generated, the better the game will be. From time to time, there will also be bug points generated. These points need to be become less likely once you gain experience. Bugs should be fixed before the game is released and increase development time and cost. Yes, so always get rid of bugs, game developers. Most of them now, you just send them out. Dialogue, it's a strategy game, you're not going to use any dialogue. Artificial intelligence, you're probably going to want that quite high, but not that high because you want to be able to beat it. And level design, you're probably going to want that quite high. Let's go full whack in level design and artificial. Yeah, let's go with that. Sounds good to me. I know there are actually wiki pages out there, guys, for this game, which say how to do a perfect build, but I've never looked at them, because why would you look at them? Because that just ruins your experience of the game. You know, basically following someone's step-by-step guide. How's that going to help you? Anyway, during development you can also select additional features for your game. Right now you can only pick basic sound, but your options will increase quickly. Select additional features to make the game generate better, but also increase cost. We also see the graphic types you selected when you define the game. It's also just remind you of your choice. You cannot change the type of graphics mid-game. Okay. So basically that's all I've got. This being a strategy game, I think world design is going to be really important. Graphics not so much. And sound, probably, let's leave sound where it was. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay. See if I can develop a hit first time. Probably not, because the points aren't going to be very high. So 16 research. The development of your first game is now complete. You can press finish button to publish your game, but you should also do that once the bugs are fixed. So basically wait for the bugs to be finished. Sorry, still a bit ill. Releasing the game without fixing the bugs can severely affect the rating, so you should always consider it. Not in the modern age if you look at some of the reviews that are out these days. So bugs are finished. Boom, let's release the game. Development of your game is now finished. Whilst developing the game, you gain experience points or skills. When developing, complete with the present the summary experience gained. Well, obviously it's not my best rating because I've played this game quite a few times before. And let's just skip through that, so we don't want to see all that, but that's basically your experience in each of the levels going up. And release the game. Game is now complete. It will be handed off to publishing. We'll soon see the review sales coming in very soon. So I can right click now, and I can do research. Research is important to unlock new options and better games. You should try to save enough research points to be able to create your own game engine. This will greatly improve your games. Hint, try developing games with different topics and generate combos for slightly increased research bonus. See, so I don't want to bother with new topics. I actually want a custom game engine, so we're not going to do that. So what we're going to do is generate a game report on this, so we know what we did right and what we did wrong. I haven't got a rating yet from their reviews, but hey, let's see how far we go. As a company, we spent a lot of money. Half our money's already gone. First reviews came in for our new game, Darwin Wars. 8, very good. That's nice. Nice, not bad for your first game. Is that a 9 there? That's a 7, good game. Yeah. 7, nice experience. And a 9, Evolution Strategy is a great combination. All games, I love you guys. So here we go. So my first game did quite well. After publishing a game, you can invest a bit of time into analysing, creating and generating a game report. Game reports are a great way to gain research points, which I'm trying to get so I can generate my own game engine. Points will then be valuable insight to what games work and what doesn't work. Game development. Generate a game report, which I'm already doing. Click anywhere after closing the screen, yeah, which we're already there. So Tycoon Games, a newcomer to the industry, just released their first game, Darwin Wars. The game received favourable reviews, which is a good start for cash cow games. I sure as getting fans quickly. Yeah, we just want those cash cows. First week, Darwin Wars sold 5,482 units in its first week on the market, and we reached the top 10 on the charts. Wow, not bad for a first game. New games on sale, you receive the income from the game generated every week. You can see how well your game is doing if we look at this graphic side screen. So before we reach the game, we'll start developing it. We're at 70, that's what we start with. We're now at 72 after 1 week. So the game's done as well. Towards being successful, we now have 30 fans. Woohoo! More popular than my YouTube channel. Post-release of Darwin was complete, and we got the phone say Evolution Strategy, a great combination, which I kind of already knew. Darwin seems not to be very important to this type of game, which I kind of already knew. Say Rocket, Darwin was achieved a company record of selling over 10k units. It's an important milestone for cash cow games. Okay. Game reports are a great way to gain more research points and new insights. It pays to generate reports each game you release. Now that you have completed your first game report, it's a good idea to look at the research menu. Open the research menu after closing the message and action. So it's basically saying if I go here, I can look at the research menu. but I'm saving up to get 50 research points for that. So I'm just going to develop a new game, pick a topic, and we're going to go with city. We're going to go with simulation, PC again, and we're going to call this Sim Town. Original title, all my own work. And next, so we're going to go with 2D graphics again. So yeah, okay. So again, I don't think story and quest are going to be very important. Gameplay engine, I think, is going to be really important again. So I'm going to probably drop that down a little bit, bring that up a little bit, but leave that as it is. Yep, I'll go with that. I can't remember what the combination is for simulation games, but a lot of bugs there. Dialogue's probably going to be very important, but I'm going to give it a little bit more. Artificial intelligence, probably not that important either. I'm going to leave that full blast. So I've doubled my money with my first game, not bad. And basic sound. Graphics are going to be, the simulation sound's not going to be important. World design is going to be sort of probably down here actually. Let's go with that. So that's my second game going. Generating design points. I do also like how there's like sort of looks like a DeLorean for time travel here. So bugs are working, a lot of bugs. Well, the combo here is terrible. This is going to be a terrible game. This probably won't even get 7s. I'll wait for at least try to get that to 10. Nope. Okay, my first game's off the market. I can't wait any longer. New topic, new combo, and we'll skip through these. These just add up, and we'll release the game. I could trash the game. I've never done that. So here you can actually rename it if you accidentally called it Game 20, and it will generate a game report. You can also go here. You can also go to game history. As you can see, Darwin Wars 7.75, not a bad rating for this game. Units sold, cost, income, profit. So that's much the game. But you've also got to think on top of that, you've got your running costs as well. Fans, average review score. So generally you want that to be triple that. Fans, they got me 109 fans, not bad. Game review in for Simtown. Yeah, had its moments. I probably got the sliders wrong. Oh, I got a 7. This game is probably just going to break even. Oof, fun at stages. It's a 7, it'll give me 6 overall. That's not a bad overall rating. Definitely got my sliders wrong there. I have to develop another game for an engine yet. Yeah. Okay, push resource done. Continuous integration. Level design seems quite important in this great PC and simulation matchup. Level design, did I drop that down? Anyway, let's develop a new game. Pick a topic. What topic we got? Let's go with werewolf. Go on, and let's go with an action werewolf game. And we'll go PC again. So you now see I got question marks here and some pluses because it's telling me that simulation is a good combination here. That's good. And we're going to call this Wolf. Wolf Boy. Yeah, it's called Wolf Boy. Wolf Boy. Next, 2D graphics again. And let's go. Okay, we're playing an action. Engine not so important. Gameplay, I'd say, is probably just about there. That's probably about there. And story and quest can whack up all the way. No, that's adventure. It's all the way up. Let's go with gameplay all the way up and action down here then. Okay. See, you play the game a few times, you get all that hints. It's like, oh yeah, it's really easy then. Once you played it once or twice. I mean, I'm doing okay. Simtown hasn't finished selling yet, but hey, industry news. Recent market studies suggest that the Covendor G64 is already outselling compared to the PC sector. Consumers prefer the low prices, great availability, and that flexible hardware configuration over their home computers. They do at the moment, but everyone knows what happens in the future. Experts say they might spell the end of competing hardware manufacturers. Excuse me, sorry, still ill. I'm doing alright money-wise. Okay. AI as an action game, you want that quite high. Dialogue, you want it about, say about medium, and level design, we want about medium as well, because I can't remember, so we can go with that. That's probably a bad combination. A lot of bugs coming in, but I've got all my 50 research points. Yeah, custom engine. Graphics, wall design, we're going to keep that. Sound's going to come up, and we'll leave graphics all the way up. Go! Okay, I got 10 in that, so it could give me an 8 generation. Okay, let's release, because we want to get on making that engine. New record, woohoo! Okay, let's get through that. Any of them got level design's gone up 1, and sellout, which is me, it's gone up a level. Okay, research, custom game engine, let's go. First review of Wolfboy came in. Was that a 10? Was that a 10? It was a 6, oh god. I've got a cough. Oh, sorry. That game is terrible. Wolf and action, great combo. The 7, so 7, 7, 6, 5. So 6 point something or other. Nah. So we look at our game history. That was a 6. Wolfboy, 6.25. That's, yeah, profit 50. Yeah, it's gonna make me, if it makes me sort of 80, it's okay. It's double what it costs to make. Yeah. Let's keep going. According to Japanese company, Nintendo is planning to launch its very own home gaming console. Nintendo is known for its widely successful arcade game, Dinky King. Many industries doubt that a home gaming console will take off, but we are eager to see what Nintendo will deliver. It's surprising what people thought back then and what things actually happened. It's surprising how wrong industry people are. Yeah, remember that. Supertown was off the market, sold 14k, generated 89,000 in sales. Is that sales or is that actual money? No, that's sales, not money. So it didn't generate me as much as I needed. And looking at, well, boy, that's not doing much for me either. It's a shame. It's a shame. Oops, I clicked on something outside the window. Whoops. Hi there. Ooh, excuse me. Hi there, how are you doing? I just finished Wolfboy and I'm impressed by your talent. I'm contracting business and would like to some new skills. You're very short of cash, just let me know and we can fill you in small contracts. Now I generally don't go for small contracts unless I really need money or some research points, because you can do that, get research points. Contracts are now unlocked. See availability in the contracts, close the message and click anywhere to the screen. Action. Okay, cool. So we might go in a little debt in a bit now anyway. Custom game engine. You can now create your own game engine. Yes, which is what we need. So close this and click anywhere. Create custom engine. We'll call this the cow. 2D graphics, linear story, save games. Well, it didn't even have save games. The cow. So create me the cow. You're now creating your own custom game engine. Once the engine is finished, you'll be able to use it when creating new games. Okay, thank you. Got already 3 games and already got my first engine on the go. Don't think I've ever done it that quickly before. Cool. Yep. Keep going. My cash is very low now. Today, Nintendo has confirmed recent rumours and announced the plans to release the home gaming console called the TES early next year. The TES. The console features cartridge-based gaming and unique design controller. Ah, cartridge games. How I miss thee. Your new gaming at the cow is now complete. Congratulations, your first custom engine is ready. You should try using it on your next game. Yep, a straight development game. We're not going to generate a game report. We'll do that next. Pick a topic. Well, we've only got detective we haven't used, so we'll pick a genre. adventure. Yeah, we'll go adventure. Detective adventure. And we'll go PC, and we'll pick the engine, the cow, and we'll call this detective. We'll call this the P.I.story. Let's spell story right. Sorry, yeah, can't spell anyway. 2D graphics, so it would be the latest development in graphic technology. Wolfboy's still out there. Save games, yes. Lead story, yes. Okay. Story and quest, because an adventure needs to be gameplay come down, and engine will go the same. Yep. Okay. I think engine actually needs to be a bit lower. Then that could go. Yeah, let's go with that. So that's right. Wolfboy is now off the market. Generated 89, so it's sold even worse than Simtown. Wow. Stop scratching your head and generate some points, man. Time is money in this game. Stop scratching your head. Develop points. Jesus. Oh, God. Artificial intelligence. Dialogue. Level design. Adventure. I think you need dialogues can need to be up there. Level design we're going to bring down, and we'll leave it AI at the top. Yeah. So yeah, generate some nice points there. And 2D graphics, basic sound. We're going to bring the world design up a bit. Now we're going to bring sound up a bit. So let's go with that. Yeah. Go. There you go. Should be my next best, greatest thing. And finish. New record, great. And all these things are suddenly leveling up. So we'll release the game. New research available. Game tutorials, mono sound. Great. So what we're going to do this time is just generate game reports on Wolfboy, and then another generate a game report. And we're going to release a same sort of combo we released already. Review first game on PI story. It's a 7. It's so much easier once you play this game once, especially when you copy over your reports from before. So this will be a 7 across the board, I think. Oh yeah, give me an 8. Nice one. Cool. Boom, boom. Our post-release analysis of Wolfboy complete, and we got the following results. Werewolf and action games, a great combination. World design is not very important, apart from join a match. PC good. So we'll now generate another game report on PI stories. And I think, guys, what we'll do, we'll leave it there. I hope you enjoyed this introduction to the video. If you'd like to see me play this game a bit more, leave a comment below. And as always, have fun.